Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody, this is Leslie from GoToKitchens.com. Apparently, we have had a Twitter failure today. That's okay, though. No big deal. We're just going to keep on keeping on. Hello. Hi, Evan. Hello, everybody. Oh, I forgot to turn on. Look, I have a new light. You see my new light? I forgot to turn it on. Let's turn it on. Hold on. Arr. Oh my goodness. It's kind of hard to turn on, obviously. There we go. It's like a big light bulb. I know, Mary. Chatting with me twice in one day. Where does it at? Aha. I know. How are you guys doing today? Hello, hello. Thank you to everybody that joined me on my earlier broadcast. There'll be a replay available to that, to Ranch Beans. Hey, Sherry, it's good to see you. So we've had some sort of weird, so punny. So we've had some sort of weird failure going out on Twitter, so we may have a small audience, but that's okay. The people that are supposed to be here will be here. That's all I need to know. So let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I have a website, GoToKitchens.com. Sorry, that's really loud. Nothing to for sale over at GoToKitchens.com. The only, I know, right? Weird, huh? The only thing I want you to buy is I want you to buy into your own health. So that's okay. We have replays. We always have replay, Sherry. So, hi Sonia, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. So if you guys don't mind sharing out, I would appreciate that. That would be awesome if you would share out with your followers. I don't think you can share out on Twitter, but you can share out here on Periscope if you don't mind doing that. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter. A number is just a number today. Hey Sandy, it's good to see you. I actually like kind of having these intimate groups because I can keep up with you guys. Sometimes when there's a lot of people in the room, I can't keep up and I feel like I've missed something or I've lost something or something. So it's good to see you, Sandy. Miss Mini Splats in the house. Oh, there's two of you here that have mini splats. Chocolate hearts. Score, chocolate hearts. So, my light bulb moment. I want to share a light bulb moment with you guys. And this happened actually after I returned from vacation. I had this thought and I wanted to share out with you guys. So this morning I made a post. I know, I kind of like it sometimes when there's just a few people. Makes me kind of happy. So, so I want to share out with you guys. I had a, I know it's kind of cool, right? It's like a big moon or something. Who knows? So I had a light bulb moment personally. Again, I have a lot of them, but I had another one. And that, it kind of stems from, thank you for sharing out. That kind of stems from my, thoughts coming back from vacation. And so I want to share out with you, what I wrote on Facebook this morning. And I think that it's kind of a powerful notion. So thank you, Evan, for sharing out. Thank you guys. Thank you. Hey, Rebecca, it's good to see you. I love your name. Rebecca Sparkles. So cute. I just imagine that you sparkle. So, hi, it's good to see you. Hey, Corrine, you're back. You had some amazing tips today in our earlier scope. So let me get down to it and share with you what I wrote this morning on Facebook. I do these posts. I do these posts on Facebook just about every day. I actually didn't do one yesterday, but just about every day. And the hashtag for them, my personal hashtag from me personally, is always light, never darkness. Hashtag always light, never darkness. And so I want to share out with you guys. So I'm going to just read it right from Facebook, what I wrote this morning. So it says this: do you long for an excitement, that anticipation that builds for a vacation, a special event, a milestone, or a reunion? I do. I really do. I love the anticipation of those kinds of things. So having something to look forward to is a tool that I use to keep my mind in the present while driving towards my future. It can be something small or large. Having something positive to look forward to is an intention maker. Example, I'm going on a beach vacation. I want to wear a bathing suit. I better work out so I look good in my bathing suit. Do you see the intentions there? So yes, it's an intention maker. I lost my place. Sorry. It's a superficial example, but you get the idea. Add to your positive mindset by having a future plan to look forward to. So I use anticipation as a tool in my positive lifestyle. So I've had people actually tell me that they were almost a little disgusted by my positive attitude. Like they felt like that it wasn't achievable. Like you can't, I know, right? Yay, a positive lifestyle. That's right. So like you can't achieve your kind of level of positive attitude all the time. And I'm like, look I have bad days, I know, right? What? Crazy people. You guys are funny. You're so funny. You like jumped right on that. You're like, wait, no, totally just ignore, So anyway, you guys are funny. I know, too much happiness. I know. So I just shine brighter to those people. I'm like, no, it's totally possible. And I just, stick it out there to them. So, yeah, absolutely. We're all human. So I have bad days. I have great days. I have amazing days. I have really rotten days. I'm just like anybody else, but it's what I do with those rotten days and those amazing days and all of those days that make the difference. So part of my positive lifestyle is using anticipation as a tool. So anticipation keeps me in my present. It keeps me present what's happening right here, right now, but it also propels me towards my future because I'm anticipating something great. So I kind of anticipate something great even when it doesn't exist. So I anticipate something great for Go-To Kitchens, for example. I anticipate that one day it is going to be a big deal. And that it's gonna help millions of people transform their lives. I just have this anticipation that that's going to happen. So I look forward to that. I look into the future for that. But that keeps me in my present right here, right now with you guys, because I know I have to work really hard to make that come true, or to make that thank you, Sherry, to make that to make that that goal happen, or to make that anticipation happen. Thank you guys. You guys are sweet. So I work really hard, so it keeps me in my present right now to make those things happen. But this works with all kinds of things. Let's think about a reunion of some kind, being able to see your best friend, or being away from your spouse or your partner or your kids or your mom and dad or whatever it is, and having a reunion of some kind. So I have anticipation. Thank you. I have anticipation of something amazing happening in April because I get to go visit my parents. And I have this great anticipation of being able to be in their presence and to have an opportunity to once again probably learn from them something, and to be loved by them, and to just see them and spend time with them. So I get to do that in April. So my anticipation is that is happening. And so I have this really great thing to look forward to. Now, it doesn't have to be something big like that. It can be something small. My dad is amazing. You guys, he will be back on Periscope. He is just trying to get that building that he is building finished, so he has a better space to do that. So I know, absolutely. I know he's a good guy. So I'm going to try to encourage him when I'm there. I'll do some Periscopes with him when we're visiting in April, but yeah, he'll be back. Don't worry. I'll let him know that you're thinking about him. But yes, he's an amazing human being. And so so I always look forward to seeing he and my mom. You guys really haven't had a lot of exposure to my mom, but she is an incredible woman. I actually think I'm going to try to sit down, if I can get her to do it, and do an interview with my mom about living with, she doesn't have a disability, but she had a stroke 8 years ago. And I think she's done an incredible job of keeping her head up and keeping her chin up and keeping a positive attitude since that stroke. And because it changed her life dramatically. It changed all of our lives dramatically. And I think I kind of want to do an interview with her about that, about giving hope for people that know someone or that have been through a stroke themselves, because she's done an amazing job with that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So, but that anticipation, I use it as a tool, and I want to encourage you guys to think about that. I once had somebody, I know, it'd be cool, because I'd like for you guys to have more exposure to my mom, because she's an incredible woman. That's awesome. I love that. That's great motivation there. That's funny. Corinne, that's hilarious. So that is your name, I hope. I'm saying your name, and I hope I'm saying it correctly. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I love that. For those of you that just missed it, Corinne said that she uses, okay, good, that she invites people over for dinner so she'll get motivated to clean her house. That's a great anticipation. I love that. But see, it keeps you in your present. It's actually a perfect example because it keeps you in your present state of mind. It keeps you focused on a task so that you have a great anticipation of a reward at the end of it. So it's actually an amazing thing to do. So yeah, I know, right? Whatever works. So, but it can be something really small. It can be, that's great. It can be something really small. It can be the anticipation of, that you are, that you have a really good book on your nightstand and you can't wait to get to that book, right? So that gives you the anticipation to get ready and go to bed, or to, to be present in that moment of when you get to read that book, or to get your task done throughout the day, so that when you get into bed at night that your mind is clear and that you have time to read your book. So it can be something small like that. It can be making a really, really great meal during the day and having the anticipation of eating at night, but it keeps you in the present of keeping your mindset on your food and your food consumption. If you do that, it may be going to the grocery store and trying a new recipe, getting the ingredients for a new recipe and having the anticipation of making it and keeping yourself present. So I know I'm kind of that way too. I set aside time every single day to read. And so, yeah, sometimes I get a little sideswiped by my books because I love obviously. And that's just my cookbooks and my health and wellness books. I have whole other bookcases in the house full of all kinds of books, travel, science fiction. I read all kinds of stuff. So I absolutely adore reading as well. So, and I'm a terrible reader. I read really, really slow because of my dyslexia, but I still love to read. So yeah. So that is my inspirational moment for the day. I'm going to read it one more time and then we're going to pop off of here. I always say that. It's always longer. So let me read it one more time. Do you long for excitement? That anticipation that builds for a vacation, a special event, a milestone, or a reunion? And then I said, I do. Having something to look forward to is a tool that I use to keep my mind present while driving towards my future. It can be something small or large. Having something positive to look forward to is an intention maker. Example. I'm going on a beach vacation. I want to wear a bathing suit. I better work out so I look better in my bathing suit. That is a superficial example, but you get the idea. Add to your positive mindset by having a future plan to look forward to. So there you go. That is my hashtag always light, never darkness, hashtag inspiration here on Periscope for you guys today. So yeah, I love audiobooks, but I spend so much time in a creative space that I can't really listen to them. So you do? Yeah, you read really slowly too, and you don't have dyslexia. I do. I'm a really, really slow reader, and sometimes I have to read something 3 or 4 times to make it, and I've been practicing reading out loud because I do not read and write. Like a lot of scopers use whiteboards, to write their examples on. I could never do that. That is not a possibility for me. Yeah, it's not a possibility for me. I can't do that. But I've been practicing reading out loud with you guys here. So this is kind of an exercise that I do to even read my own words back out loud, so that I feel more confident about doing that. Because every once in a while you're in a mastermind or you're in a group of people and they're like, hey, Leslie, read this out. They're passing something around and they're reading it out loud. And I get a lot of anxiety about that. It's like, so I'll give you an example. One night I was in a mastermind group of these amazing women who would never judge me. Like, never judge me, right? Never in a million years judge me. Yeah, I try to. Thank you, Sherry. That's very sweet. So, but I'm in this mastermind, and these are all really super professional, amazing women. In fact, I'm like low woman on the totem pole. I'm like the, you know, like the lowly entrepreneur that hasn't done anything major yet. And so they have this inspiration book. And so part of the exercise is that they go around and they read quotes out of this. We just pick a random one and read these quotes out of this inspiration book. And it starts like on the opposite side of the circle from me. And like every time it like passes on to something else, I get this big like ball of fear because it's coming towards me, and I know I have to read something out loud, and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, because I don't read out loud very well. And so it's like, what's that, like in a movie when it's like, dong, dong, dong. Like every time it changes per people, it's like, dong, dong, dong. And it's just like getting closer and closer and closer to me. And I'm like, I can just feel the anxiety building. And so when they passed me the book, I had to lay it in my lap and make an explanation, and which was ridiculous for me to have to do that. So I made an explanation. I'm like, look at you guys, I'm probably going to flub this up because of my dyslexia. I know, right? Exactly like the Jaws movie. Sonia, dun dun. I was just like, ah. So, and we're all like in our fancy, you know, business attire and everything. Everybody's all dressed up because this was a big deal. And I'm like, really? We have to read aloud? Can I skip this? I have to go to the bathroom. Excuse me. So I get the book and I lay it down. I'm like, let me give you a little back history. And so I just very briefly explained what the dealio was. And they were all very gracious and beautiful. And they're like, you're going to be fine. Just pick one. And so and they made me do it. I was hoping they'd say, oh, it's okay. You don't have to read, move on. But not this group of women. They're like, no, just pick one. You're going to be fine. I was like, okay, still have to read out of this book. And so I did. I totally screwed it up, and it was fine though. And you know, the book went on, and nobody said another word about it. So it was major for me. And that's when I realized that I needed to conquer my fear of reading out loud to people. So yeah. Because I mean, at some point I know I'm going to be in a situation where there's a PowerPoint presentation, you know, running behind me on a big screen, and one in front of me that I'm going to want to read my notes from, and, you know, and be in queue with the PowerPoint. And I have like a disconnect with that. I can see where that's going to be a problem for my brain to do that. And so anyway, but I was like, that's a skill that I need to work on. So it's a skill that I've been working on. So part of that, me coming here, is to pass inspiration off to you guys, but then also to conquer my fear of reading something out loud live here on Periscope. So there you go. Truth out, cat's out of the bag. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, I am going to pop off here and go finish some work. I have to tell you, the ranchero beans are pretty stellar. They're done, of course, and I let them set on the stove. I know, it's true. It's true, Katie. Absolutely. I let them sit on the stove and really, thank you, you're sweet, Sonia. Let them sit on the stove and kind of soak up all the juices and amazingness. And oh my gosh, they're so good. I just photographed them and put them away, and they're so, so good. Yes, very safe place. Absolutely. Absolutely. Among my friends. So thank you, Sherry, for inviting out. Small group. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. I can keep up with the comments. It's like the old days. Or I can keep up with the comments. Oh, apparently there's some big to do on, some big to do on Periscope today. So you're going to try those beans? Awesome. I know they are really, really good, and they're so stinking easy. I mean, seriously, how easy is that? It's really, really easy. So tomorrow, right now, I started sprouting lentils, rice, and quinoa today. So I can show you guys the process of that tomorrow. So they started their soak today. I know he's laying right here. Here, I'll show you. He's laying right here on the bed beside me. Where is he? Where are you, buddy? Oh, there he is. There he is. Edison, everybody wants to know how you're doing. I do, Sandy. There he is. He's a good boy. That's so funny, Sandy. I know. We had this light. This is one of my favorite lights that we have. It's actually vintage. It's probably from like the 1960s or so. Thank you. I know I love dogs too. I'm a big dog fan. And so, yeah. And so it's been down in our basement because our whole basement is kind of like 50s, 60s, 70s inspired. It's all vintagey and stuff. And so the rest of our house is a lot of antiques, and art and stuff. But down there, it's all this really cool, funky, you know, it's where our jukebox is and all of our album collection and everything. And so, you love cats. And so this was down in our basement and we never turned it on, and it's just sitting there. And I told Robin, I was like, I'm totally nabbing that. I'm nabbing that and taking that upstairs. He's like, what for? I was like, I have the perfect spot for it because it looks like a giant light bulb right above my head. So I thought it was perfect too. It's cool. So I'm glad you noticed. That's fun. And the picture that you see right there, that's actually a Wahoo. That's that picture right there is actually a Wahoo, right? Light bulb moments, right there. And I took that photograph actually out of a plane. I got in trouble. I actually got in trouble for taking that photograph. We were landing. We were preparing for landing in Oahu, and there's this just, I mean, you just hardly see it like this, where there's this beautiful cloud cover, and then the island. And if you saw it up close, you could really see all the details and everything, and the blue water. And you can't do emojis. That's so funny. I'm not very good at them either, Corrine. And my husband's really good at them. But so I had I have a giant camera that has a big lens because I was there to photograph surfing, and you know, so I had my big giant lens on my camera because I had it in my carry-on, and I took it out to take that shot through the window, and the flight attendants were already seated for landing, and I was like, too bad, taking this photo. And so the flight attendant is on the speaker and he's like, ma'am, can you please put your camera away? We are approaching for landing. And I was like, okay, just a couple more shots. So I am like rapid firing shots off to try to get a really good shot out of that plane window because it was so beautiful. Yeah. Hey, Alan, it's good to see you. And I totally got in trouble. I totally got nailed for that shot. Bye, Sandy. See ya. Thanks for being here. Love you always.